Haere mai and welcome back to Daily Demos. Today I have Frankie with me, who is still very grumpy, and I also have my helper Katie Kia. Now Katie Kia loves doing art. Yeah, she's really excited. So she is going to sit up here and give us some advice on how to make chalk. I'm really excited about this one because it's going to make the people in your neighbourhood really, really happy. I'll let you know why soon. So let's start with our karakia. Mahunga kiraro.
Kia inoi tātou. Manawa mai te mauri nuku, manawa mai te mauri rangi. Ko te mauri KO, he mauri tipua, ka pakaru mai te pō. Tau mai te mauri, haumi e, hui e, tāiki e.
Okay, to make chalk today, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a bowl. You're going to need food colouring. You're going to need corn flour. And you're going to need water. You're also definitely going to need some spoons and something that you can pour with. And then for the next part, you have a choice. You can either choose to make hard chalk, in which case you will need toilet rolls, baking paper, and some
Duct
tape. So go and get those things if you would like to make hard chalk. If you'd like to make runny chalk paint that you can paint with, then what you're going to need is a muffin tray. A metal one's better so it doesn't flop around, but you can always put it on top of a hard tray, or anything that has holes like this that you can fill up with paint. And you're going to need a paintbrush or a bunch of paintbrushes. Okay, or anything that you think you can paint with. You can always paint with your finger, but it might be a little bit sore on the pavement. I mean, that was part of my secret. Anyway, let's move right on. Okay, so Katie Kia, are you excited? Wow, she has a very loud squeak. She's very excited. Frankie, are you excited? Okay, a little bit different in the levels of excitement here. That's fine. Katie Kia, can you help me by sitting up here and giving us some advice? Ka pai. All right, let's get started. It's very, very easy to make chalk. And it doesn't require many ingredients, so we are in luck. Okay.
Can we do the hard chalk?
Sure, okay, yeah, let's start off by making our chalk that we can rub onto a surface. Chalk that looks like this, or looks like this. Okay, so to do that, you're going to need your toilet rolls or the middle of some paper towels, like a paper towel roll. It has a similar tube like this. Any cardboard tube is great. So I'm going to get my two tubes and I'm going to set up my tubes so that I can pour liquid chalk inside that will need to dry. So to do that, I'm going to need a strip of baking paper and I'm going to need duct tape. So I get my strip of baking paper and I roll it up into a tube and I put it just inside my cardboard tube, so it goes all the way down to the bottom. Just pull it out so there's lots of space in there. Ka pai. Now all I need to do is get my duct tape, get a couple of nice big pieces and cover the bottom. That's so the paint doesn't leak out. So I'll make sure it's completely covering the bottom and it's really, really stuck down, and I'm going to do a couple of pieces. You might even want to do more. It's not very fun when it leaks. like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it to the other one now. Okay, and now my tubes are ready to put my chalk in. It's kind of like a mold. If you don't have duct tape, then don't put anything like glad wrap or tin foil on the bottom because it will leak everywhere. I've tried, trust me. So the best thing probably to do is to get a plastic bag. A bread bag is great. Cut off the bottom of it and push your plastic bag right through your tube so that it makes a mold that way. It will be harder to peel off, but it will still work. Okay, now we need to actually make our chalk. So the first thing you need to do is get your corn flour, and it's really simple. Basically, all you're doing is mixing the same amount of corn flour with the same amount of water. So if I did half a cup of corn flour, I'd also do half a cup of water.
When I tried this recipe at home, I found that if I did the same amount of corn flour with the same amount of water, it was way too runny. It soaked through the toilet rolls and it leaked. So don't follow that instruction. Make sure that you use double the amount of corn flour to water. So if you have half a cup of water, do a whole cup of corn flour or even more. Just make sure that it's really nice and thick.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with my corn flour. And I've actually already made some chalk yesterday so that it would be ready to draw with it today to show you. So I'm actually only going to do one of my tubes. So I've got in my corn flour and now I need to add my water. And just mix it around. Okay, all I need to do now is add the color that I want to add. If you're doing more than one color, then you can pour this into lots of different bowls and make all the different colors. Okay, I think I'm going to do 2 colors, so I'll pour a bit in here and I'll have a bit in here. The first one I'm going to make is going to be red. Ooh, okay, half the bottle poured in there. It's going to be a dark red. Watch out that the lid doesn't come out. Okay, and then we pour it in to the mold with the duct tape. Perfect. Now that is full with liquid chalk and I need to leave that for 1 or 2 days until it's hard when I put my finger in. I'll just do my other color. I think I'd like to do a nice dark blue. I'll do this one in my plastic bag container. And now it's full. Little plastic bag poking out the bottom there of blue. So these are ready to set for a couple of days. Now I've already made chalk a couple of days ago, so I can actually show you what it looks like when it's all finished. Check it out. So I've got a big piece of green here, got some pink, purple by mixing blue and red, blue, and yellow. Here are a couple of photos of the process of me mixing and my finished chalk product.
So I actually added some tin foil underneath my duct tape just in case a teeny bit of leakage happened.
Okay, now let's make our liquid chalk paints. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to put in half corn flour and half water. But when you're making paint, you might find that you want to have a little bit less water so that it's not so watery on the pavement. So I'm going to start with my corn flour. I'm going to do 1 cup of corn flour. Pie, put it in my bowl. And now I'm going to get 1 cup of water ready, but I'm just going to add it slowly so that I can get it to a thickness that I like. So I'll get my cup ready. And I'm just going to stir and slowly add in the water so I can make it as thick as I like. At the start, it's really strange if you go like this. Feels hard, and then if you go slowly, it turns into liquid. So now what you need to do is you need to put into your muffin cases a little bit of each mixture. Now I've already got some leftover mixture in some of my muffin cases from when I made the hard chalk. Now what you're going to do is into each compartment you can add all the colours that you like. So I might want to do a green in this corner. You could do a light green or a dark green. Just depends how much food colouring you add. Now the important thing is to mix, mix, mix until there are no more swirls in there. But I'd like to make a purple, so I'm going to put a little bit of blue and a little bit of red together and see what happens when I mix that. Great. And maybe you want to have a slightly lighter or darker colour. So maybe I want to have a slightly lighter blue. So I'll just do a tiny drop of blue in that one. And hopefully this will make a lighter blue for me rather than my dark blue that I've got. Okay, I've got all my colours ready to go now. All I need to do is to take this outside and we're going to do a really fun activity. So all I need you to do is to click onto the next daily demos video and I'm going to teach you about something called mandalas, and we're going to create an amazing piece of artwork on your sidewalk outside your house. Okay, click on the video now.